I got two trivia questions involving Eric Dickerson, Mark. So let's start off with he went to SMU, okay? And
Mustangs.
when he was there, he formed a running back duo with a certain running back, and they were nicknamed. So let me ask you a question. Do you want me to give you the nickname or the other player, and then you tell me the other one?
That would be tremendous, actually.
Which one do you want? The player's name or the nickname?
Let's do nickname.
All
That's
right.
more
So the
fun.
nickname Eric Dickerson and this person had was the Pony Express. And think about it, SMU, right?
Yes.
Mustangs, Pony Express. You will know this person. You should know this person, I would think. Um, it was none other than Craig James and Eric
Oh,
Dickerson were the Pony Express
that's not bad.
at SMU.
I like
I'll
it.
be, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know that.
All
I
right.
didn't either.
Yeah.
That's
So then
why
here's
I'm
the other one.
staying quiet.
So Eric Dickerson set the record with 2,105 yards in the 1984 NFL season. How many other players have gained 2,000 yards in an NFL season?
How many other players?
Yes.
Hold before you guess. 2,000 rushing yards.
Yes. 2,000
Okay.
rushing yards.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Thought you were slick.
No, I meant rushing. I can.
Okay.
I'm not.
How,
I try not to
how
be
many
like
other
Harry.
guys have? Well, you didn't just get your trivia now.
Well, that's true. Yes. How many other guys have gained 2,000 rushing yards in the NFL season?
8.
That is correct. There are 9 total.
I knew. I
Would
was
you
thinking
like
it was either 8 or 9. I'm thinking like he's got to be number 9.
You want to fathom a guess at some of them?
Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
Jamal Lewis.
Hold on. Yep.
Terrell Davis.
Mr. Markey might know them all.
O.J. Simpson.
Man.
Keep going.
Chris Johnson.
Oh.
Derrick Henry.
Oh.
Yep.
What are we at? How many more
You
left?
got
You
7.
got 2 more.
See now
And
I'm
you got the
like,
one that I didn't think you would get.
Chris Johnson.
No, Jamal Lewis.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's a weird one. Jamal Lewis is a little
Ah.
bit of a weird one. Ooh. Obviously, Eric Dickerson's on that list, but he's already checked off.
Yep.
Adrian
Peterson. Yep,
Yep.
there's one.
Yep, there you go.
You got one more.
LT never did. He got close in 06 when he set the touchdowns record. By the way, for my money, the greatest single season by a running back in NFL history. Just all encompassing. Statistically, no, because Saquon had more rushing yards than any running back in NFL history last year.
Yep.
Well known fact. You include the postseason.
I hope he does again this year. I
Man,
just drafted him a couple of nights ago. So
I
on.
know it because I know all the guys. But it's escaping me right now who the last
Should I give
guy
you? I'll give you a
is.
clue.
Yeah.
He was a cowboy.
No, it's not Emmitt Smith.
Nope.
No. He was a cowboy. Was he primarily a cowboy?
Oh yeah.
Tony Dorsett?
Nope.
Oh no.
All right. I'll clarify some more.
Please.
He was the Oklahoma State cowboy.
Oh, Barry Sanders.
Ah, yeah, well,
Barry Sanders. Barry.
read the fine print.
Yeah. I feel dumb.
All right.
Man,
Wait a minute. I got a couple more. I got 2 more for you.
I
We're
said
gonna-
Chris Johnson, Jamal Lewis. I
You're,
didn't get
you're
it.
doing
fucking
good.
Barry
You're doing
Sanders.
good. I got 2
Barry
more for
Sanders.
you.
Yeah.
How many coaches have won a Super Bowl and a college football national
3.
championship? And they would
I
be
said it last night.
Watching last night, weren't you?
Pete Carroll, and then
At
Jimmy
USC.
Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson at Miami.
and-
the other one for Dallas. I can't remember his name. What's his name?
Barry Switzer.
Barry
Yeah,
Switzer
yeah,
at
yeah.
Oklahoma.
Trivia, 2 weeks in a
Yeah.
row, we've had Barry Switzer trivia on the show.
Oh, what
All
a
right,
shame.
one more. Hey, one more. So your man Kyle Schwarber hit 4 home runs in a game this past week. right?
Harry's listening, by the way.
Okay.
Hey.
So hey, your man Kyle Schwarber hit 4 home runs in a game
MVP, what?
last week.
Yeah,
right?
MVP, what?
Now wait, hold on.
Mhm.
There have been 21 4-homer games in MLB history.
Mm-hmm.
How many teams have had multiple 4-homer games? See, you thought I was going to ask you which team had the most.
No,
But how many teams have had
well,
multiple 4-homer games?
I don't know if they've had the most, but I can tell you the Phillies have 4 of them.
Which is the most? Yes,
Okay.
it was Ed Delahanty, Chuck Klein, Mike Schmidt, and Kyle Schwarber.
I was stunned by that, by the way. I was like,
So that is the most.
so we've got like a sixth of all the,
That's true. You have
of
4
all-
out of the
yeah,
21.
exactly.
That's right.
well, no, really almost a fifth of all
Almost
of
a
them.
fifth. Yeah. All right. How many other teams
Have multiple?
have had multiple 4-homer games?
I'm gonna say 5.
You're too high. It's only 3.
A real guess
Dodgers.
4. Okay.
The Braves and the Diamondbacks.
By the way, he said you're not there.
I know.
It's not even.
I was gonna use
mistakable.
the content, but never mind.
Sorry,
Never
you can still
mind.
use it.
I was going to.
I was
Ruined the
eavesdropping.
moment.
All right.
Killed the moment.
So there you go.
Never mind.
There are 4 teams that have had multiple 4-homer games. The Phillies have done it 4 times. The Dodgers, Braves, and
I'm
Diamondbacks
thinking about that all day.
have all had it twice.
You could have done it.
All right, that's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's it.
I got a couple. One of them was going to be which team? It was the Phillies. It was the Phillies. Well, no, it still is the Phillies.
Still is the
It
Phillies.
still is the Phillies. So they've got their 4 different occasions where a player has
Right.
hit 4 home runs in
Yep.
a game. Bear with me. For
Your
a
man had a
second.
chance to hit 5. There was a position player up to bat
Yeah, and he
pitching in his
fudged
last
it.
at bat, and he was unable to do it.
Pressure, man. Pressure of hitting the
Pressure.
5th one.
That'd been history.
Sure.
Never been done.
And I'm sitting here looking like, and you knew it too. You're like, there's no way. There's no way. Even on a position player, there was no way that he was going to be able to hit that and get that football. Football? No. Oh, I thought I had more. Oh, I do actually. Yeah. So, as I told you guys before the show, to anyone who doesn't know, important to some, news report broke about 30 minutes ago that Penn State, a long time Nike school of 30 or more years, pending approval by their athletic board, will be making the transition over to Adidas next season. They joined Tennessee in doing so as well. And they will both be joining Miami as well as a host of other teams and being alongside the Adidas and the 3 stripes. So that got me thinking. A lot of teams have won a national championship wearing that nice swoosh on there. Would anyone care to tell me the last time a team that did not wear Nike as its apparel provider win a national championship in football?
In football.
In football.
2004.
Brian? That's wrong, by the way.
I don't even know who played. I wasn't born yet.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Mm.
Big Steve lives in spirit. Lives in
Oh,
spirit.
shout out.
1980.
Ooh. Oh, God, Lord, Brian. No, it was 2010.
Oh, that was going to be my next guess.
Auburn.
Over.
Auburn won in 2010 as an Under Armour school, who,
Under
ironically enough, now is Nike as of this season. And that looks really weird. Would anyone care to tell me the last time a team that wore Adidas won the national championship?
In football.
I can tell you it's after or before 2010.
I would say it's before. Well, I don't know. I'm going to yield back.
I will tell you it is Tennessee.
Oh.
It is Tennessee.
So Tennessee wore Adidas and they went to Nike and then they're going
When they
back.
come back.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that would have been quite a while ago.
And Nike has been much better for them. But
Been the 90s?
it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
So it is not this century that a team wearing Adidas has won a national title.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You choose what you want to believe, but yeah, it was 1998
Wow.
that is the last time a team that wore Adidas won a national championship. And it's been 25 years, or sorry, not 25, 15 years since
Well.
a team not wearing Nike won it.
Wow.
I'd say Adidas is moving in the right direction now with
Well, I'd tell you that Penn State and Tennessee are moving in the wrong direction.
yeah,
That's the way it
I would agree
sounds.
with that. That's tragic news.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's again pending approval by the board of trustees. Important to some. Personally, at least one of us in this room is crashing out over the news. I think it's terrible and I hate it.
Mark's mad because now he'll have to buy a whole all new Penn State gear. Because
no,
yeah.
no, boo boo. No, Mark will not be buying anything Adidas because we don't support crap. And that's what it's going to become is crap.
All right.
I'll tell you right now, this very much became the year to win a national championship as of today. As of like 30 to 45 minutes ago, this became the year to win a natty because we're not winning it going forward if we're going to be a part of Adidas.
Just wait till they switch to Puma.
I would take that over Adidas.
Would you really?
I would
Wow.
take that
Oh
over
my god!
Adidas.
Oh,
Give me New Balance. Like literally
hey,
anything.
that would be cool. That would support that. That would be pretty
Anything
cool.
over I take Under Armour.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Yeah.
Adidas crap.
All right, so let's go on to talk about some pigskin. Let's
Ugh.
start off with last week's football picks.
That was terrible.
Harry was 6-2, Bryson was 6-2, I was 5-3, and Mark was 4-4.
Wow.
College really did me in last week.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's talk about some high school games. We will start off with Hopewell coming up here to play the Greyhounds on Friday night. The Greyhounds will debut their new field as the first game on the brand new turf down there at the Hollow. Statesville comes in at 2-0. Hopewell at 1-1. Statesville has been very balanced on both rushing and passing. First game they had 231 yards passing and 225 rushing, and then this past week 188 passing and 129 on the rushing side. I see the Hounds going to 3-0 in this game, Mark.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't. You know, a home field advantage and kind of a new home, at least with a new rug
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Very excited to see how everything plays out there. It will be an adjustment period for sure for any of the guys that have, you know, played on the Statesville grass for as long as it's been there, for as long as I've been down here.
Right.
So it'll be an adjustment, but I think it's super exciting. It looks fantastic. Easily the best looking Statesville's field has ever looked.
Yep.
No, it's an exciting new era, and I think the guys being on the road for the first 2 weeks of the season, they come home finally. Pretty good opportunity to go 3-0 against a Hopewell team that is
Is 1-1, won the first one,
Yep.
won the first week, lost last week.
decent team, but I think given the weapons that Statesville has, the way they've come out of the gate here, I think the Hounds are very capable of moving to 3-0, and I've got them doing so.
I mean, basically, the Hounds featured, even though it's about even, featured a rushing attack the first week with Santerio White gaining 113 yards, and then this past weekend, Paul Coffin with 128 yards receiving.
Not bad.
So
Fine
not too
balance,
bad.
man. Fine balance.
All right, and then down there at Lake Norman, the 2-0 Lake Norman Wildcats will face West Cabarrus at 0-2. Our buddy Matt Jenkins, his team is struggling right now at 0-2. And Lake Norman, I'll go back to something Harry said on Saturday, the coach's show. I think Lake Norman is going to be a little bit better than people really think they are right now.
I would tend to agree with that. They go on the road last week, beat Mount Tabor pretty handily. I think it was 48-28.
48-28.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely a pretty convincing win by Lake Norman on the road. Hostile environment up there in Spartan territory. But again, I think the way they do their business, the way they handle things every single year, every single week with Coach Oliphant up there, really can't say I'm super surprised about them starting the season like the way they have. And personally, with West Cabarrus moving on, new coaching regime in there, I think Lake Norman at home, I think they also go to a 3-0 mark.
Yeah, and I want to jump in here. The interesting thing, I think, is if we keep on the same track, so the first conference game for the Hounds will be Lake Norman, which would be very interesting.
Yeah,
So
it seems like it. Yeah.
all right.
Now Lake Norman, to this point, by the way, after this week, before that Statesville game, they got two pretty good tests. They're going to go on the road to Independence, and they've got Reagan at home. So
Okay.
I mean, you've got two really good teams playing you at their place and then coming into yours.
Coming in.
So even before Statesville gets there, which they're on the road for, you've got some tall tasks ahead of you.
All right, and then we'll go to the other 2-0 team in the county. West Iredell will travel to Fred T. Ford, and actually Fred T. Ford is 2-0. It's a little surprising, as at one point I think last year or the year before, had the second longest losing streak in the state. Got that stopped, and now this year they're 2-0. But West Iredell is 2-0, and Coach Fitzgerald, I think, has got them really playing some good football.
Yeah. Nice little high-powered offense out there, able to move the rock pretty well. I've got them winning the football game. Again, Fred T. Ford's past probably bugs me a little bit more than maybe it should. But again, when you're only about a year removed from that and getting that off the schneid, if you will, there's some things probably still to clean up there. I like West Iredell to move to 3-0 as well.
And then the interesting thing about this game is this is already the start of the conference season for those two teams.
Yep.
Because they have 8 conference games.
Big conference.
All right, so then we'll go to the 1-1 team in the county, Mooresville. A.L. Brown comes to visit Mooresville. Brown's been down a little bit here lately, right? And Mooresville's had a tough schedule. At 1-1, they beat Sun Valley last week, lost to Weddington the week before. But again, home game. And Bryson, you were down there last week.
Yeah, the Pop's a tough place to play. I learned that on Friday night. Mooresville came out of the gate, 14-0. As I was walking into the gate, I was only a couple of minutes late. So a great start to the game. I think a recovery from playing Weddington week 1. Did what they needed to do. Now, second quarter, they were a little bit rough. Sun Valley was able to catch back up. And Sun Valley's a great football team. It's not to say that they're not a well-rounded football team. It was a good matchup. But then in the second half, Mooresville came out and just played the kind of football that you would expect out of Mooresville. And I think if they come out in week 3 and do the same thing again, they're at home. They've got some momentum going with them now. I think last week they were also playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They want to prove what they're capable of. I saw them throw the ball, run the ball, well balanced. They were able to do it all, and so I like Mooresville in this one.
Yeah, I don't think there's much debate there. I think the Blue Devil team that we saw last week, or that Bryson saw last week, is much closer to the product that I think a lot of people are used to seeing.
Yeah,
I think it's a good time too, right? You get Sun Valley at home, which amongst their early slate is probably their second, however you want to say it. They're one of their lower ranked opponents.
Yeah.
Let's say it like that. And then you get A.L. Brown at home, and that gears you up for going on the road to Huff and then going on the road to East Forsyth. So certainly, again, kind of like Lake Norman's got it coming up. Mooresville has the same kind of trajectory right now as well with the next two before they take on their conference schedule. So no, I like the Blue Devils. I think they've been all over the series lately. Again, last Friday was the version I expect to see a lot more often as the season progresses.
Than the week 1 version.
Correct.
All right, and then let's travel up from Mooresville to Troutman. Hickory Ridge comes to visit South Iredell. The Vikings are 0-2. They've struggled in these first 2 games. I find it interesting, too, that Hickory Ridge has only played 1 game. They had a bye week last week, which is surprising that at the beginning of the season seems a little strange.
It's weird.
But match up here of winless teams. South should be pretty good at home, but they have struggled in the first 2 games. But I'm going to go with South coming up with their first victory here.
Yeah, I'm taking South at home. I think home field advantage. Hickory Ridge the last couple of years, again, team that's been down. So you've gotten a mixed product out of South Iredell lately. Again, I think at home between 2 winless teams, I think they have a good opportunity to get win number 1. I think they will.
And then you going?
Yeah, I'm
Bryson,
going with the Vikings. And kind of a similar, analysis there. I just think, spend first 2 weeks on the road, and it was a rough couple of weeks. Kind of struggled, not in the first game to put points on the board. The second game last week was a little bit rough for them, but I just think it's kind of a resetting point for them coming home. Week 3, they get a chance to play in front of the home crowd. And again, you take the history of Hickory Ridge, and I just, 2 winless teams, as you mentioned, and I think South Iredell has a chance here to build momentum. I think they're going to do that.
And then the other 0-2 team in the county, North Iredell, travels to East Wilkes. East Wilkes is also 0-2 on the season. This might be an interesting game for North Iredell on the unfortunate circumstances from this past weekend. I think this is a tough one to pick here.
I think it is too. And I think for North Iredell, they're, 2 weeks into the season, and they're playing for a lot on Friday night. There's a lot that's going to be on the minds of the players. Not necessarily that could become, I don't want to call it a distraction, but it could, cause them to be out of their game. But at the same time, they could go out there with a lot more motivation and a willingness to play good. And I really believe that they will be able to do that. East Wilkes hasn't proven to me that they're going to be a team that can come in and really dominate North at this time. And I just think North is playing with a lot. I think they're going to go out and pick up their first win of the year.
I'm going to go with North Iredell. I think they come up and they play some inspired football at East Wilkes, and they come up with their first win of the year.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I got to take North. I think all the things kind of surrounding what's going on up there right now, I think it is something that can certainly galvanize the team. Yeah. And again, there is a lot going on at North Iredell this week. So I think all that given way, football is a really good vehicle to escape from some of that stuff. And honestly, if you're frustrated, take a lot of that frustration out. So I think for the kids at North, I think it's a good opportunity for them to do this. Originally, I thought East Wilkes, but I think given all that stuff, I mean, but momentum is a thing, and certainly motions are. So I think North Iredell is going to get in the win column for the first time this season.
All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to step it up a level and talk college football. We'll review what happened this past weekend and look forward to week 2.
Hey, Ryan Scott's over here at the Randy Marion Ford store. What's going on?
The heat is still on. It is summertime, Billy Buck, and the summer sales event is going on strong at Randy Marion Ford Lincoln. Now through September 2nd, I tell you, we will give you a complimentary 2-year, 25,000-mile premium maintenance plan. That's right, complimentary on the Mustang, Bronco, Bronco Sport, F-150, the Mustang Mach-E, and the Explorer. I tell you what, Randy Marion Ford Lincoln, it's summertime, summer sizzle, summer sales event. Come see us today, I-77, exit 49B.
If you're looking for powerful, durable lawnmowers, outdoor power equipment, and more, then you need to visit RC's Lawnmower Sales and Service. Friendly, knowledgeable staff can help you select the proper equipment regardless of your budget. RC services all of the brands it sells, as well as whatever equipment you currently have. Sales, service, parts, experience. RC's Lawnmower Sales and Service, 150 RC Farm Drive, Statesville.
When your celebration of life is prepared, it becomes a gift to your family later. No one should have to pay for a loss when they're experiencing one. Paying in advance protects your loved ones and gives you the peace of mind you deserve. Let us help you plan every detail with professionalism and compassion. We're Bunch Johnson Funeral Home, 705 Davie Avenue, Statesville. Call us at 704-873-7223 to schedule an appointment.
Summer may be ending, but the hot deals at Pocket Change Amusement are still blazing. There's no need for pumpkin. Spice up your fall with a new entertainment piece. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 till 5 at 2731 Amity Hill Road in Statesville, just a half mile off exit 45. Look for the Jukebox Store and come on in.
You better build bigger bins. It's just a suggestion, but regardless, be ready to maximize your per acre profits with MX Series Corn by Stein. Our data-driven, product-centric approach quickly delivers new, higher-yielding genetics ready to perform from one of the industry's largest corn breeding programs. MX Series Corn by Stein has yield. Live your life your way with Stein. Learn more at steinseed.com.
At Piedmont Healthcare, we believe in more than just treating patients. We're committed to understanding and addressing the unique needs facing our community. Being a physician-owned network means that we're not just healthcare providers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in health. With strong ties to local communities, we're able to offer personalized care that truly understands your needs. When you choose Piedmont Healthcare, you're not just choosing healthcare, you're choosing to be part of a community that cares. If you're ready to experience the difference for yourself, call our new patient hotline at 833-PHC for you. That's 833-742-4968. Or you can just request an appointment online, phcappointments.com.
Hey, Jeff Hammond, tell us about Little Shavers Wood Shop.
It's a great place to go to be able to try to get what you need, whether you're a professional builder or just a handyman. They've got it all, and if they don't have it, they'll get it for you. That's the one thing about that Chad and Jimbo Shaver have done over there when they built Little Shavers, was that they put something out there for the convenience really of our area. We don't really have one of the big major supply houses that close, so that yet they decided we're going to do this for them, for the community, and everybody I think has been benefiting from it. And the big thing is when you come in the door, I mean, you get personalized service, whether you're, needing some paint, again, whether you're painting your barn or whether you're doing, your den, they can mix you up some Pittsburgh paint. They got some great, lines of paint and stains available up there, all kinds of flooring. And again, great prices. They'll match people's prices from around the county. They can do it.
Thanks, Jeff. Little Shavers Wood Shop, 3301 Salisbury Highway in Statesville. Call 704-872-3148.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sports Recap Show here on 92.9 WAME, live from the mothership on Signal Hill. Mark the Big Mac Covert, Brian the Professor Suarez, Bryson the Commander Davis, and again, no Harry Nostrant here tonight. So the menu is expanding his range and looking to take on maybe a little bit of lobster up in the great Northeast.
I think he's going to see the first place the sun comes up in America. You know that, right?
That's kind of cool.
Acadia National Park. You go up on top of Cadillac Mountain.
He's
I believe that is the first place you can see the sun come up in the United States.
he is a I don't want to say weirdly because it sounds disrespectful, but like sneaky. Sneaky's a good one. Harry's a sneaky, like sentimental guy.
Oh yeah,
He's a very sneaky,
100%.
sentimental guy. I mean that lovingly, of course. He is my best man. So
100%.
I'm not trying to piss him off before the wedding because then that best man speech is gonna get real weird. So we're not trying to do that. Anyways, guys,
I'm working on my speech for your
are
wedding.
You? Are
Yeah.
you? Who are you
Can
telling?
do I get to say
Danielle?
a couple words?
Good luck getting the microphone.
Oh, don't put it past me.
I mean, look,
I
man,
got a great story that I need to tell.
I'm sure there's gonna be enough surprises and thrills on my wedding
I
day,
have a
so-
great story to tell about you at your wedding.
Oh boy,
I'm definitely gonna get up there. Oh yeah,
babushka.
I bet you know which one I'm talking about too.
There's a couple.
Huh?
There's a couple.
No, there's one in particular that's got to be told.
Is it the displacement? I thought about that today.
No, not that one. No. This involves a football broadcast.
Man, I really can't think of
And
it.
a trip after the football
Oh
broadcast.
God.
Me and Les Clark were talking about that the other day on our way to East Surrey.
East Surrey too. Boy, that's a
It
haul,
involves
brother.
It involves donuts.
Sure does.
Donuts.
And still involves a whole lot of revenge. That being said, talked a little bit of high school ball before the break. Now, as we come out of the break, we're moving up a level. We're going up to the college ranks. And fellas, we had a week one that was chock full of big games, storylines, and for some of us in the room, Bryson, disappointment.
Very much.
So,
So.
let's
Yep.
talk
Used
about
to
it.
it.
Let's kick it off with 1 versus 3, which will now be 1 versus
7.
Are they 7 now?
7, that's
Okay,
what
so
today's
they've
on.
gone that
7?
far.
Okay.
That would be Ohio State and Texas. The Buckeyes open their campaign with a win with Lee Corso in the house with his final pick of Brutus Buckeye. No one saw that coming, I'm sure. Pretty tightly contested game, 14-7.
Yeah.
A lot of, if you love defense, boy howdy,
Yep.
you love this football game.
Harry got this one right because he did say it would be a low-scoring game.
Yep.
Right? He was right. He was right.
I mean, a lot of new players in those systems and those starting
Yeah.
roles, getting those meaningful snaps. Of course, the quarterback position was the biggest
Right.
point of conversation
Right.
for a lot of people. So, Arch,
He was okay.
he's not great.
Yeah.
He didn't
was
look
just
comfortable.
okay.
Now, Justin saying, also not great. Okay, good,
Yeah.
fine. I mean,
Yeah.
he won, so
Yeah.
there's less to talk about there. But again, you're 1 versus 3 new quarterbacks in there. If you were expecting a shootout, you were kidding yourself in this one.
Well, a lot of new players on both teams, like you said.
Yeah.
And especially Ohio State on the defense.
Yeah.
Right? Which so people expected that maybe Arch would have a great day, facing a bunch of new players on Ohio State. But that just didn't happen.
First road start of his career was at Ohio State.
So Texas fell all the way to 7, down 6 spots, which
Well,
is
there-
kind of interesting.
a
though.
lot of movement into the top 5. So if you didn't win your first game, then
Well, the one I didn't look at today is, and we're going to talk about this game in a minute. Miami, I believe Notre Dame was 6 and Miami was 10 before that game, right? And so
yes.
I'd be interested to see what happened
Wait,
in the poll.
no. Miami was 10, Notre Dame was 6.
That's
Is that
what I said.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm saying I'd be interested to see what happened. We'll get to that one when we get to that game.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, but I'd be interested to see what happened. Well, then the second game we can talk about on Saturday was the Florida State Alabama game, unranked Florida State against Alabama.
What Alabama game?
Didn't look like one.
Well, the one that they
Uh,
tried to
no.
play on Saturday.
Oh, they were there. I think.
Yeah,
It kind of seemed like they
stood
got,
around.
they took this opportunity as student fan appreciation week, and that they grabbed a bunch of the fans who are also students from the stands and said, "Hey, it's your time to play Alabama football today. Let's see what you
Carolina
can
would've
do."
tried that. Might have worked.
Which is crazy. Like this was totally unexpected.
Sure. It's one thing to be bad in your first week, right? It's one thing to be bad. And of course, the expectation for Alabama is what it was with Nick Saban, which Tide Nation, you're not going to like this one. That's not the standard anymore.
Yeah.
That's and to be honest with you, that's probably not the standard for anyone anymore. There may be one other team that has that standard still, and that would be Ohio State right now.
Yeah.
Everyone else, like the trip that you got to go on from 2007 to 2023
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. You know, I heard something this morning. I believe this was on one of the guys on College Sports on the XM said it used to be that when Alabama showed up to the game and they got off the bus, they already won half the game
Oh yeah, they were up
because the
14
other
nothing
team was like, "Oh my God,
off the
we're
rip.
playing Alabama," and they said, "You know what?
That's not it anymore.
That doesn't happen anymore."
Uh-huh.
And then here was the question that was asked. I believe this was Danny Cannell asked this, and this is a good question: is there that team in college football right now?
That gets off the bus and you're like, dear God.
We're already losing 14-0. I don't know that there is.
Right now, no. I couldn't tell you there's a team that like strikes that much fear into me.
Yeah.
I would tell you, but they have to have returning talent. Like there's not a team.
Right.
There's not a team right now, I think, at the top of the rankings. Which you go your top 5 right now, it's Ohio State, Penn State, LSU, Georgia, Miami in order. So there's
Right.
Miami.
There's Miami.
I don't think even in those top 5 there's a team where I'm like, dear God.
Right.
And then even going into next year, now granted recruiting can turn and transfers can come in. There's thing. Ohio State's the closest one. You just don't know about saying. I said Justin, I meant Julian.
Right.
Julian saying because he's the one thing right now where you're like, we don't know still.
Right.
We don't know
Right.
like where's the verdict on him. So maybe Ohio State, and that's a lot because of Jeremiah Smith, Caleb Downs. I mean, they got some dudes on that team. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But that'd be the only team right now.
So you know, Alabama, this could go off the rails pretty quick this year. After watching them, I
need to see next week.
Ty Simpson was just okay, right?
Just right.
He was just okay.
Sure. And again, his first start, if not as one of them, as a true starter,
right,
on the road. Florida State is still a hostile place to play, especially when the season opens. Like that's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't like 2-10 Florida State from last year,
right?
So it's still going to be a hostile place to go in and play. But I mean, Ohio State, Alabama, they've got a tough road ahead to turn it around.
Oh yeah,
and that's going to fall exclusively on Kellen DeBoer's shoulders, because now this is the week of how do you rally the troops, because they know they got drugged. They're getting drugged still through the media this morning. I mean, I'm sure yesterday they've been having a field day with it.
Yeah.
So that's what's good. But if you're expecting Alabama, Nick Saban's Alabama, to come prancing around the corner and out of the tunnel,
no,
that ain't happening. That is gone.
Well, when you talk about the gravity of the situation, when Alabama is good and when they are winning and what they bring to the game, that is even worse for them, I think, when they lose in this kind of a way. They feel that and experience that stronger because of the media reaction and the world's reaction because of the expectations that Alabama has. So that's detrimental to them.
And really think, like, Alabama for that stretch was so good. Like, you didn't even talk about the quarterbacks outside of just being game managers. Right. I mean, like, God bless him, Jalen Milroe, John Parker Wilson, but Jalen Milroe is not a part of that,
right? Because
it was Bryce Young that was like, hey, this is the first real Alabama quarterback.
Yeah.
Now you had Jalen Hurts there, but Jalen, again, more of a game manager throwing the football. Mac Jones was right, like good throwing the football, but like Bryce Young was the next guy. So you had game managers, AJ McCarron. Oh God, who does the announcing?
Greg McElroy.
Greg McElroy, yes. Again, John Parker Wilson being one. Like, you had guys that were just game managers.
Right.
They ran the ball and they played hard-nosed defense.
Yep. Derrick Henry.
And right. Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson. Like, there were guys back there run the football. Najee Harris. Like, they would run. And there was nothing you could do about it. Defensively, you couldn't stop them.
So one of the things that was brought up this morning that plays right into what you're saying. Back in those days, the quarterback just had to be a game manager because he had 12 NFL draft picks playing.
Correct.
6 on offense and 6 on defense, right?
It's not it anymore.
It's not that way anymore.
It's not that way anymore. And now they play Louisiana Monroe this week. Okay. ULM comes calling. This is your chance to get a nice, steady the ship, get right game, go back to fundamentals, just preach hard-nosed football to your guys. And then that's where the schedule starts to ramp up after that. But this has to be like to at least quail those flames a little bit. Kalen DeBoer has to do a great job this week coaching, and they have to dominate Monroe.
All right, so let's go real quick here. Then Saturday night, LSU against Clemson, the Battle of the Tigers. Watched most of this game. I was pretty impressed by LSU, to be honest with you.
Defensively, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think offensively, it's there. I still tell you, Garrett Nussmeier doesn't do it for me.
Yeah,
He doesn't do it for
But
me.
he
I know,
won.
I
They
know,
won,
I know
right?
the fundamentals are there, and they won. They won.
Yep.
I know the fundamentals, and he's potentially a high draft pick for the NFL draft and all this stuff. But like, you put him up against Cade Klubnik, who for most of the night appeared like he was running for his life. At that,
Yeah.
there was obviously a better quarterback there. So again, for me, I've always said that LSU is not going to do anything as long as Brian Kelly is
Brian
there.
Kelly's there.
I still stand by
Yeah.
it.
All right.
It's a hiccup game for Clemson. They're going to do really well the rest of the year. LSU still has to play the rest of the SEC. If
Right.
Garrett Nussmeier is not better than he was against Clemson against the SEC, it's not going to matter.
So, all right. So you got the poll right there. Where'd Clemson fall to in the rankings? Because LSU went all the way up in the top five.
They're in 8th.
They're at 8. All right. So then
There's only
LSU's
2
number
more
3.
ranked games left in the year if things were to stay the way they are now.
For Clemson.
For Clemson, yes.
Yeah.
LSU, completely different story.
Yep. All right. So let's go to the next one. Miami at Notre Dame. I watched all of this game, and let me tell you what. Miami was pretty impressive.
Yep.
Notre Dame was okay.
Came back.
To me, the thing with Notre Dame is, they debuted a new quarterback. There were 2 intentional groundings toward the end of the game, and to me, and watching it, he panicked on both of them.
Oh yeah,
He just panicked.
Yeah. So 2 things. One, in relation to Notre Dame, CJ Carr has to learn how to throw football out of bounds and not get a grounding.
Yes.
Because the first one, he literally turned to the sideline and just chucked it to the sideline and then looked at a guy 15 yards away and said, "There he is."
Yeah. Yes.
What? No,
Yeah.
that's grounding. Glad the officials did that too. The other one was on the last drive of the game where he just took 2 hands on the football while he was getting sacked and just pushed it forward.
Yeah.
And again, no one there.
And to me,
you just got to have better awareness.
To me, that's like those both are panic moves right there.
Yes.
Just get rid of the ball because they're going to tackle me.
The second thing, and I came in to this game in the third quarter.
Okay.
When I came in the third quarter, Jeremiah Love had 4 carries.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
This is a guy that a lot of people are saying should be a Heisman Trophy contender. First of all, you can squash that now. Second of all, if he's that guy, which everyone says he is, and Notre Dame has said he is, why aren't you feeding him?
There
in
was
some way.
You didn't see the first half, but there was speculation in the first half that he might
was
not
nicked
have
up.
been 100%.
Yeah, well, he played the second half,
Yeah.
so again, punt on that.
There was speculation
So
in that game because
it's-
he did barely carry the ball.
It's just kind of weird that you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Unless 1, something's wrong, or 2, you just really don't have any idea what you're doing.
Right.
Now, that all being said, Carson Beck looked like the guy we had 2 years ago in Athens in
Yes.
2023,
Agree.
right?
Agree.
The
He
guy
played
that was
really well.
really confident, did a good job not panicking, and it probably helped him. Georgia fans don't want to hear this, but we'll say it anyways, that he had receivers who would actually catch the ball and not drop it, which is what happened a lot in Athens last year.
Well, the crazy thing to me is how much is his maturity going to play into making Miami a better team?
For Miami, it's everything.
Right.
Think about where they were last year with Cam Ward, who was the number 1 pick in the draft this
Right.
year, where they were on the doorstep. If their defense doesn't basically choke out against Syracuse, they're playing for an ACC title,
Yeah.
which 23 years in, they still haven't won, by the way.
Right.
Miami's not a blue blood anymore. That all being said, I think if they're going to win a national title for them, it really does come down to quarterback. The other pieces are there,
Right.
but you've got to have Carson Beck playing at that championship level.
Yep.
For them, that's how much that matters.
And I think that's what we saw the other night. I think he did.
I agree.
Right. So we'll see what that's going to lead to. Then other game we'll talk about is Bryson doesn't want to hear this one. Last night, UNC against TCU. Bill Belichick makes his debut. And I'll be honest, I watched
Carolina.
it.
Carolina won the game 7-0 after the first drive.
I watched it until it was 41-7, and then I decided it was time to call it a night.
Same. I'm actually kind of mad because that means I missed Peter putting on the headset late in the game.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That was the highlight of the game, for sure.
For you,
yeah. And then Kirk's hot mic that wasn't really a hot mic that we learned about today.
I mean, that was brutal, honestly. If you're a Carolina fan,
it was. I mean, if you look at my sports teams, like it's something I'm used to, so I'm really not too phased by it today. It kind of sucks, but Carolina comes out in the first drive and looks incredible. You're like, wow,
I agree,
this
100%.
actually might work. You know,
Yes.
they're
Yes.
running the football like crazy. Gio Lopez had a lot of good looks and a couple of good passes, and you thought, well, I saw Gio Lopez play Appalachian State last year when he was with South Alabama, and I thought this kid is amazing. Why is he at South Alabama? Comes to Carolina, I thought he's going to do amazing things. Now, it sucked that he went out early with an injury. Not really sure the status on that, but you would think establish the run game early, which they did in the first drive. You think you come out in the second drive and you have something to build on. A defensive stop, you have that going for you. One. Yeah. So early on, you're like, this is actually looking pretty good for Carolina. But once they did not succeed on the second drive, they just started acting like a bunch of guys who didn't know each other, never played with each other before, and that's what they are, right?
Okay.
It's the 33rd NFL team with a bunch of guys who don't even
So,
know each other.
hey, so let's think
it was
about this.
supposed to be.
Let's think about this for just a minute. Who was the school last year that had all these transfer players that did abysmal? We already talked about them today,
Florida
right?
State.
Florida State.
Yeah.
Could
How'd
you
they do
see
last
that
year?
again?
2-10.
2-10.
2-10's never looked better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Mark and you and I were talking about it a little bit off the air. It is just one game. I think they'll improve throughout the season, but you have so many new guys random to each other that I just think it's hard to kind of find that camaraderie, not only on the field but even in the coaching staff. You have all of these guys that are brand new.
Correct. You can tell me and talk to me as much as you want about Bill Belichick having 6 Super Bowl rings. He didn't get it in his first coaching stop. He was not very good with the Browns.
Yeah.
What happened? Took time.
Yeah.
NFL coaches tell you all the time, I got to get my guys in here if I really want to have that success. It takes time. They had 70 players come into this roster either through recruiting or through the portal. I don't know how many of our listeners know the size of a college roster. That's a lot.
Yeah.
108.
Yeah,
108.
it's
Because
a
they showed it
lot.
last night. There were 38.
That can
70
that
new
can
players
dress.
and 38.
That can dress.
No, I think that's the limit right now. There's a roster limit, and I think that's right.
Is
I think
there?
it's 108.
Oh, they finally bring it down to 108.
Yes,
Anyway,
I think
so
it's 108.
so that's a lot of dudes.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
you're almost
108. That's a
70%.
lot.
Right.
Yeah. So it takes time. They don't have the chemistry together. That's coaching staff and players alike. It's going to take time. Now, that all being said, boys, TCU look pretty good as well.
Yeah.
They look pretty good.
They did. They have a veteran team. They have a lot of returning players. In fact, Josh Hoover, their quarterback, was rumored to wanting not him wanting, but the Tennessee wanted him to come up there.
And they allegedly offered him money to come up there.
And he turned him down.
Turned him
because
down.
he said he wanted to stay.
Carolina probably made them look a little bit better at times last night, right? Like first play of the second half, 75-yard scamper up the sideline, right?
Yeah.
TCU's got some guys. They've got the quarterback. Sonny Dykes was the same head coach that took them to a national championship a couple years ago. Now, we're not going to talk about what happened there because they got smoked.
But they got to the game.
So this is a team that, to be honest with you, if we saw what we saw, we see what we saw last night throughout the season, that's a team that's got a chance at the Big 12.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and they're a team wasn't really on anybody's radar. Nobody really thought that TCU
because they were hyping up Carolina. You don't think over in Dallas Fort Worth this entire week they weren't listening this month, this off season.
Yeah.
They weren't listening to all the noise going on in Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
And after Dykes and that team went through the same thing almost with Colorado 2 years ago.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They played Colorado.
So they had
Deion's
experience.
first game.
They had experience with this.
Yep.
They buckled down. They got through the first 2 series where they gave it the touchdown and went 3 and out, took a deep breath and said, cool, let's play football.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of playing football, only one game this weekend has 2 top 25 teams playing each other.
Got to take a breath.
Michigan at Oklahoma.
Interesting game, isn't it?
Yep.
Bryce Underwood, the Michigan Wolverines coming in there, freshman's first road test, and boy, howdy, is it
against John Mateer.
It's really the first game for both of these teams.
Yeah, and
last week.
But Oklahoma definitely gets a huge advantage here being at home.
Yep.
I think it does give them a lot of leverage here. Again, when you have those signal callers going to hostile environments, and this one, I would assume, is at night.
Yes, it's at 7:30.
Unlike at the Horseshoe the other day, it's not. You're getting Oklahoma at night. Think about the last time a ranked team went to Oklahoma at night in the primetime game.
So my guys, my Sooners have a little bit better defense, got the home field advantage, and a more experienced quarterback. So I think my Sooners are going to come up with a victory here and go to 2-0.
I would agree.
Yep.
Again, I just think everything on paper lines up. Freshman quarterback, true freshman quarterback.
Right.
Second start of his collegiate career. You're going into Norman, experienced team, very hungry team because there's been a lot of people talking about Oklahoma in the same way.
Oh yeah.
So I think this is a good springboard game for them. I'm taking Oklahoma at home.
Yeah, me too. I don't think that Michigan comes. There's just a lot of uncertainty there, and we haven't had a good look. I don't think we've had a look at both of these teams, right? But we haven't had a good look at with a real competitive matchup. I think it's going to be a close game. Don't get me wrong, but Michigan doesn't come in and beat the Sooners at home, so I've got Oklahoma.
Neither one of them covered the point spread in the first week.
Oklahoma
Michigan beat New
35-3.
Mexico 34-17. Oklahoma won 35-3, but that did not cover the point spread against Illinois State.
I mean,
so
Penn
we'll
State
see.
won 46-11.
We'll
I'm
see.
okay with that. They didn't cover the spread of 43.5.
All right, so let's move up a level. As we talked last week a little bit, we were speculating on when Micah Parsons would play what week he would appear. Well, it looks like he is going to appear in week 1, but it won't be for the Cowboys.
He'll be in Dallas in week 4.
But I'm saying
It just won't be for the Cowboys.
Yeah, but I'm saying he might appear on the field in week 1, but it won't be for the Cowboys. And it will be for the Packers as the Cowboys traded him to the Packers for Kenny Clark in 2 first-round picks and probably set themselves back for several years.
Hey, Bryson, do me a favor. There you go. That's a good way to put it. Bryson, do me a favor real quick. Google Kenny Clark and tell me how many years he's been playing in the NFL now. I'd wager to say 10.
He's like he's 29 or 30. Yeah,
that's close.
Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. You're probably close because I believe he's 29 years old.
Let's see here. What are we at?
This says 9 seasons.
Oh,
Yep,
cool.
That's probably right.
So
9 seasons.
let's get down to this whole deal here. Jerry said we need to improve the run defense. All right. So you gave away your best defender for an aging defensive tackle and 2 picks that are, while maybe first rounders, certainly do not help with your run defense this year. And they may not even be people that would help with your defense at all.
Well, if you think about it, the Packers are going to be pretty darn good. So those will not be high draft picks.
No.
Correct.
They will be
That's the third
middle
point.
of the road to lower.
You want to talk about who
Draft
got the
picks.
good end of this deal?
I hope
The other teams in the NFC East.
I really the NFC East, the NFL, brother. I hope Jerry Jones just blesses us with another 50 years of
Oh, he
great
lives
GM
forever.
work.
As a Washington fan, I was born to hate the Dallas Cowboys, but love Jerry Jones. You love Jerry Jones because of what he's doing. I mean, until he gives anything
I
up,
was
I mean-
I was shocked, like seeing the trade go through. I was like, oh wow, okay, so they actually did it.
Yeah.
Like they really did it. And then he was like to the Packers, and you're like, oh wait, they hate each other.
Yeah.
That's kind of
That's-
weird. I don't know
yeah.
why you
Oh,
do
yeah.
that. And then you saw the return, and you're like, oh my god, it's so bad.
Jerry didn't take his meds.
It's so
that day.
bad. Look, oh, they get 4 first-round picks, and he said in his press conference, which I don't know how many
4
teams have lost the
first-round
trade and then held a press conference immediately after it. We could turn it into another player right now.
Yeah. Oh, we got
could do it.
first round picks.
But you know what that takes? That means that someone else has to agree to whatever terms you have. It's not just what you want to do; it's what they want to do.
You also have
You
to
just made a trade, so you should know that.
You also have to pick the right players when you draft them.
Bingo.
Well, and the
And what
draft's
do the
not till
Cowboy-
April,
and
so
what
this
do they
year's
never
gonna
do?
suck.
What do they never do? Give me a position outside of offensive line. You know what? Let's do it because we'll fit Jerry's mold here. Give me a position defensively the Cowboys have drafted well at.
Linebacker, Micah Parsons.
That's one. That's one. That's one.
He's no longer
That's
there.
one.
Nope.
What what are we what?
Yeah. Oh, again.
Thank you,
All right.
Jerry Jones.
I love it.
You beautiful creature.
We're going to move on and make some quick picks here. So let's start off with the Panthers. My team go visit the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Panthers, baby.
I'm going Panthers.
I'm
Yeah, me
signed to
too.
Panthers.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
get
going
let's
Panthers.
get on the hype
Yeah.
train here.
Yep.
Let's get
Yep.
after it. Look,
Let's start at week 1.
every year they've played at Jacksonville in week 1, which keeping score at home is twice. the Panthers have gone to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, it's not
Nah.
unrealistic this year that the Panthers actually kind
Make
of
the
is.
playoffs.
That being said,
Make the playoffs.
right, and anything can happen when you get there, but
Right.
we're not there yet. We're in week 1. I'll take the Panthers. I
Yeah.
don't like the Jags. I don't know. There's
Right.
still a lot of unknown. I mean, there's a lot of unknowns with the Panthers.
What Trevor Lawrence do we have for the Jags?
Correct. Look, I'm
Right.
gonna take the team that had a lot of momentum
Yeah.
going into the offseason. They come in playing really good football at the end of the year. And the last time we saw Bryce Young in the regular season, he was scoring 5 tuds on
yeah.
the Falcons.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to take Bryce Young and the boys down in Jacksonville this weekend.
100%.
All right. And then the Raiders will go visit the Patriots. Unfortunately for Harry, I think the Raiders are a much better team than the Patriots.
Holy
and I'm
Lord.
going Raiders.
I'm picking the Patriots.
I am too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think the Raiders are that much better than the Patriots at all. I'll be honest with you. I mean, look, again, you got Geno Smith there. I get it, but they have a lot of new pieces.
All right.
Drake May coming in, playing at home. He's got a seemingly bona fide receiver in Stephon Diggs. Hopefully, he does really well for fantasy purposes. But again, and the Patriots are like weirdly good in week 1. Like weirdly good
Okay.
in week 1. Last year, flashback, they play the Bengals in Cincinnati. Ask me who won. You'd probably say the Bengals.
Yeah. Patriots.
The Patriots won. So I'm good on a limb here. Harry, love you, dude. I'm taking the Patriots.
Yeah, Harry's going to like this. I like the Patriots. I think this is a good year for Drake May to really come out. And I think that he's going to really prove what he's capable of.
Yep.
I think Drake May is going to be one of the better quarterbacks of the NFL. I think he's a well-balanced player, and I think this is a great opportunity. He's got some weapons to work with. I think they come out at least week 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go throughout the entire regular season and just play above expectations, because I think this is a great year for Drake May to stand out.
Calling a shot. Hey, by the way, Mike Vrabel, new head coach
Well,
there.
that too. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Good defense last year for the Patriots.
Yeah.
A lot of that's
Probably
coming
better
back,
now.
and you get a defensive-minded coach
Yeah.
like that who knows what he's doing. I like it.
All right. Mark, your Steelers go and play the Jets.
Who's dumb here? Which one of y'all is stupid? Which one of y'all think is, Justin Fields is going to get his revenge on the Steelers? Nah, bro.
Nope.
No, Aaron Rodgers is going to get his revenge on the Jets. Right?
Bingo.
Yep.
And captain yesterday, by
All right.
the way.
Steelers.
Steelers.
All the way.
All right. Giants and Commanders.
All right. Who's dumb here on this one?
Nobody.
No? Yeah. Hey, I saw Russell Wilson play a lot last year. I'm telling you right now, Commanders the whole way.
Commanders.
Yeah.
All right.
I like
And then I put this one on there because I think this is just interesting.
Oh,
game.
it's great.
Ravens at the Bills. This is the Sunday night football game.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I forgot that it was Sunday night. I
It's
saw
on
it today.
So
I was
glad.
like,
yeah,
yo,
this is Sunday night
Yeah.
football. Yep.
playoff rematch from last year. Mark Andrews' hands, I'm sure are ready for this one.
I'm going
Wink.
home with I'm going to go with the home team.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the Ravens again. Really good week 1 team for sure. I mean, they're good usually throughout the regular season.
Right.
But
Bills at home. I'm going to go Bills.
I'm going Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens too, and I hope their defense plays really well, as you mentioned, for fantasy purposes. But I like the Ravens in this one. Not to say anything about the Bills. I mean, I think this is going to be
Tight.
arguably the greatest matchup of the day. I'm so glad that it's on Sunday night.
Yep.
But I like the Ravens, even though on the road, I think they're going to come out and. It's a good opportunity for them to give us a preview of how the rest of the season is going to go. And this is also the thing with week 1. There's a lot of uncertainty. You don't really know.
Mhm.
You have things on paper, but you don't really know how that's going to play out until it's applied to the field. So we'll see how it goes, but I like the Ravens.
All right. Let's go with some quick caps. We got a couple minutes here. Let's start off with AFC East. Who's your winner?
Bills.
I'm going Bills.
Bills.
Bryson.
It's not close. I
Bills,
think
yeah.
Bryson said the Patriots play above expectations, which I could see.
Yeah, but not
Not
to
Buffalo.
a championship status.
Yeah, not
No.
Buffalo.
AFC North, Ravens.
Ravens.
AFC South, I'd say Texans.
Texans.
CJ Stroud bounces back. They play really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the West, Chiefs.
Until further notice.
Yep.
Kansas City.
Until somebody proves
and
it.
remember, they won last year. They were dinged up a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yep. All right. Let's flip over to the NFC. Go to the East. I'm going to pick the Eagles.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean,
sorry, buddy.
no,
Not the Commanders.
no. I mean, it's going to be the looks of probably what you saw last season. I don't think enough has changed to really sway that anyway. So
Yep.
you got to go with Philly.
AFC North.
Tough, bro.
I wanted
Yeah.
to. I wrote
It's
down
tough,
the
brother.
Lions, but I'm not sure that's the right pick. There's 2 other teams in that. They could have 3 teams in the playoffs in this division.
100%.
Right.
To be honest with you, the biggest question mark to me, it's either going to be the Bears or the Vikings. Question marks wise, right?
Yes.
because Ben
Yes.
Johnson leaves Detroit,
Yep.
comes down to Chicago as the head coach. So how does he affect Caleb Williams? Same thing with the Vikings. New quarterback in place with JJ
See,
McCarthy
that's
now.
the big story for me is with
Yeah.
the Vikings
Yeah.
is the quarterback.
Right.
Is how does he's going to be considered a rookie, right? But he's not really. But is he really a rookie?
He's a
and I'm not
rookie.
arguing he's
No,
not.
he's a
But
roo-
you know
he's
what
a
I
roo-
mean?
He's not. He's a rookie. I mean, like for all intents and purposes, he didn't get out of the preseason last year.
Right.
So all intents and purposes, from a football standpoint, he's a rookie.
Right.
Now he's second-year player, but he's not. He's basically
Right. So
just a
you get
rookie.
my point
Right.
is, hey, all last year though, he sat in all the meetings, he was at all the games, he watched
Sure.
all the film.
But that's not the same thing.
But that's
as
not the same thing as
like
actually
being out there.
playing on the
Yes.
field.
Yes.
I agree with that.
And the Lions lose their two coordinators again. Johnson goes
Yeah.
to Chicago. Aaron Glenn goes out to New York with
Yep.
the Jets. So how does that impact them? They still have a ton
They
of
do.
talent.
Yep.
And then the only like real positive storylines, the Packers are over here like, hey man, did you know Jerry Jones still exists? Like,
Yeah.
you know he's
Yep.
there.
Yep.
We actually got a guy from him.
Yeah.
How
Uh,
much? Yeah, because it's almost like the question there is how much better does that make the Packers?
I think it
Right?
does a lot. I really like Green Bay in this, and I think that's the trade's got a lot to do with it. But I don't know. This is the tightest division in the entire NFL, I would say, and I
It
really
is.
like the
Yeah,
Packers.
I'd
I
agree.
really like the
Yeah.
Packers, but you can't go wrong. I think you could go wrong with Chicago. I don't think Chicago's going to do anything. But I really,
But any of the others?
any of the others,
I think Detroit, because I know what Detroit is. I'll be 100% honest with you. I've never been the biggest fan of Jordan Love. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he gets overhyped a lot.
Yeah.
To be what it is.
Yeah.
Now, Matthew Golden, new wide receiver there, first round pick. Aaron Rodgers is not happy about that, I'm sure. Does he how big of a difference does he make? But I'm staying Lions again.
Okay.
Until further
I
notice.
wrote down Lions.
Give me
yeah.
the team that has a lot of talent. I've seen them do it.
All right, so here you go. AFC South.
from the best to the worst.
Bucks.
I'm saying Bucks.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, it's
AFC
gotta be.
I
South.
just don't.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
don't
no.
see the other three being able to beat them.
The Falcons. It's dependent on Michael Penix. It's completely dependent on Michael Penix. But again, the Bucks won it last year, and they were also incredibly banged up.
Right.
So you get Baker Mayfield, Chris Godwin back, and they got Amuka Becca.
Yep.
Buka.
I think
That-
based off the information we have now, you have to go with Tampa.
Bucks.
Yeah.
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 All right, and then in the West, I'm going 49ers.
Rams.
Ooh,
Ooh. All right.
I don't know.
Bryson.
You also have the Cardinals and Seahawks.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know about Seattle. I don't know much about Seattle, but I really could see them playing pretty good this year. But again, there's a lot of pieces we haven't seen together yet, and it's just
Pick one
going
big
into week
dog.
one. Give me Seattle. I'll be
All right.
different. Give
All
me
right.
Seattle.
Really quick, by the way, because I know I kind of threw in the group chat this week. The rivalry uniforms, guys.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good.
They're nice.
Yeah, they're
oh,
good.
they're nice. Everyone.
It's like, yeah.
All right.
Round of applause.
All right, real quick. This
Nike
was
did good.
Hey, this one was for Harry. The AL East tightens up. The Red Sox and Yankees are now tied for second, only 2.5 games behind the Blue Jays. So,
I hope they have fun with that out in the AL.
And Mark, your team and mine are playing for the best record right now. My team's struggling just a little bit after the big long winning streak, but that's be all right. We'll make the playoffs. All right, and then college game day. Will it ever be the same after Lee Corso leaves
No.
this past week?
No.
I don't
No.
think it will ever be the same.
And it doesn't have to be. I think
Right.
I think the way they did it was very classy last Saturday. Lot of homage to
Yeah.
Coach Corso. So can't say enough about him, what he's done for the sport, how he's brought that exposure
Yep.
in. But it doesn't need to be the same. I think
No.
what you're gonna see here now, because they'll still have that end of the show where what's the big finish?
Right. It used to be a mascot head.
it's
right?
gonna be-
now
It's gonna be Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. That's what they brought him on there for.
Right.
That's where you get
Yeah.
that presence from. I think it'd be good, but admittedly, not having the headgear there,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little weird.
And you can't do that. Like you got to quit it, right?
Oh, they already said they're not. No
Yeah,
one's ever
you
doing
can't-
it again.
You can't come back and do that
Yeah,
because that
no.
would just mess it up. All right,
No,
one
no,
more
no.
real quick one. Hunter Renfrew. We talked last week about him being one of the most surprised NFL cuts.
Well,
He's actually back with the Panthers. And I saw a
Not-
thing today.
not if his daughter has anything.
But
to
I
say
saw
about
that today. Did you see that? Evidently, she was watching a movie on his
Nope.
on his phone.
She's watching Bluey.
Or she was watching Bluey. That's right, on his phone, and he missed 10 phone calls trying to get him to re-sign with the Panthers while his daughter's watching Bluey.
Man. Could you imagine? Honey, I didn't get the job. What job? Well, apparently someone called me. Well, who was it? The Panthers. They wanted you back? Yeah. Well, you didn't say yes? Well, I didn't get a chance to say anything.
Olivia was watching Bluey. I couldn't watch. All right, boys, it's been a great hour here on the sports recap on WAME 92.9 FM 550 AM programming. Note, I will be on the air this week from the Hollow 650 airtime, 7 p.m. game time, and I will have a special guest help me out with the game this week, as Mr. TJ Shalott is going to come up from Charlotte and help me out with the football broadcast. Tune in Friday night at 7.
Deuces.
Real Country is 550 AM